In the Summer 18 release, you can now simplify your Salesforce DX Apex development lifecycle by detecting and fixing bugs easily. The Apex Replay Debugger lets you step through and inspect your Apex execution using the debug logs that you are already familiar with through an intuitive user interface inside VS Code. Let's take a look at the Apex Replay Debugger in action. I just ran some Apex tests and I noticed that a couple of them are failing. We may have a few assertions that failed in some of our methods on line 18 and 27. My first step in identifying the failure is to download the debug logs from the test I just ran. I select the most recent log and validate that it downloads. I can see that it is in the standard format. Next, I'm going to go to line 18, where one of the failures is, and add a breakpoint right at the top of the test method. Now I navigate to the Debug tab where I already have the Apex Replay Debugger configured. I hit play on the debugger and it prompts me to select a log file. I select the file that I just downloaded, but I could also work with debug logs that were sent to me by another developer here. When we open that debug log and press continue, you can see that it opens with the first line selected. Press play to continue. You'll see that we hit that breakpoint where we can now step into the code. It may be helpful here to add additional breakpoints to pinpoint the failure. Looking at the handler, it looks like the assertion was in the bot message, so let's add the breakpoints there. We'll press continue. Note that these local variables are populated with the values of my parameters. As I continue to step through the code, I can hover over a line and check the local variables. This bot message is probably not the problem. Its author is set correctly. I'll continue on to the next message, stepping over the break, and I think I've spotted the issue. I'm going to right-click into the definition, and yes, I can see that a variable is set incorrectly. I can update the variable and save. Push my source code back to the Scratch org, switch over to my bot test and rerun the test to make sure that we really did fix the problem. We can see that the tests all pass now. Give it a try and you'll find this to be a method of lightweight yet powerful replay debugging through debug logs.